What's up, everybody? Your king has returned, and welcome back to the kingdom. All my king's men, women, everybody. And guys, I figured what best way to end January of 2026 than to talk about 2025. And overall, guys, I honestly have to say, from the purest honesty and from the bottom of my heart, 2025 has actually been one of the goodest years of my life. Maybe not the greatest. I still kind of consider 2024 to be one of the greatest years of my life, but 2025 really wasn't that bad. Some things come and went. They were good, some were bad, and certain things that kind of reminded me of, late of last year, how certain things were happening and that I really didn't want to remember, but I still often look towards the positive things that have happened throughout the entire year. And the first thing I want to talk about is, guys, is how basically everything felt very chill, at least in my point of view. Like, I know there were still some things going on in the world that, were very undesirable, and I really wish they hadn't happened, but they did, because that's just the world that we live in at this point. But besides all that, how things kind of went for me, it was kind of very great. Not to mention Thanksgiving, and of course, there was a went over to my grandma's for Christmas, and then of course my birthday of last year, I turned 22 years old. It honestly really felt great, guys, because I felt like even by the time when I turned 21, when I had become more of a fictional adult, I guess to me, by the time I turned 22, I felt even more of an adult. Like, I'm maturing even further. And also, guys, a neat thing that I want you guys to know is that throughout all of 2025, I've been trying to find myself a part time job. It really didn't go the way as I was hoping it would have went. I would have at least thought way before by now I would have, actually had the job by now. I actually had applied to at least two locations. I'm not going to mention their names, but the first location I had applied that application way in the beginning of 2025. I'd say about maybe close, like maybe Feb, March ish, around that time when I uploaded the application, and even here to this day, they still haven't gotten back to me. And the recent couple of months, I had applied in a location up the street from where I live at. I had applied to them. They still haven't replied to me yet. But recently, about maybe 2 to 3 weeks ago, I had ran into the manager in the store. I talked to him. He said, that he puts people here, upload the application. I had, asked him about mine. I even told him my name about on the application to where he could look it up, and even right now he still hasn't gotten back to me, although most of that has to do with the fact that the store apparently closed, I guess, because every now and then when I go up there, it's either like the gates are almost completely down or some of them are up, but most of the time I go by they're mostly down. But yeah, but aside from not being able to get my little side job, I never really let that bring me down, because I always continue to look forward instead of dwindling on in the past, because I know that me just lingering on about a certain problem that's technically out of my control isn't going to fix it. I probably would be lying to you guys if I told you that I didn't feel very bummed out about this, because I have been looking forward to actually getting a job ever since I was like 16, 17 years old. And you guys know that I'm 22 years old now, so you guys can already imagine how many years I've been waiting for this. Because many things. Like, I was honestly like really excited about either one of these jobs, because this could have been my first step forward into not just entrepreneurialism, but actually being able to contribute around to my home, especially helping out my parents, since they've been helping me out financially, physically, and mentally since the day I opened up my eyes. And I just really want to do the same for them because they've done so much for me. Yeah. Another thing that I wanted to talk to you guys about was basically my my journey as a YouTuber over the course of this year and even last year. But I really wanted to talk about this year, and specifically 2025. Honestly, guys, this 2025 as a YouTuber, that whole year was actually very something special to me, because that was when I really began to pull in my audience, especially my different types of videos and my shorts, and not to mention my posts, which surprisingly got a few likes here and there. A thing that I wanted to say about my shorts, guys, if you guys would actually pay attention to my shorts, which are my 1v1s, y'all would probably notice that they're, well, I really wouldn't consider them edits, because if you guys have been with me since day one, and if you guys actually looked at my 1v1 shorts, you guys would realize that I've basically have been using templates for them. And I know some of you guys may be saying, like, Greg, why would you use templates for your 1v1s? Why not make your own edits or something like that, so that way it could truly be yours? And guys, the reason why I did that is because I always viewed my shorts overall as something of low maintenance, because I've mainly been focusing on my bigger projects like this one you guys see right here, and even my gotcha videos, which I'll get into later. But yeah, guys, overall, the reason why I have been using templates to make my 1v1s is mainly because I really didn't see myself becoming a very good editor, and not to mention viewing editing as very time consuming, because like, if you guys would realize, like, the upload date gaps in between all my videos, you guys would realize that it will usually be about at least a week to a couple of weeks to damn near almost months until another video pops up on my channel. And I really view that actually going forth the effort to try to make a video that's most likely going to be like 15 to 30 seconds long, I really didn't view it as something of high maintenance or something that really needed to be put forth the effort. I mainly just made those 1v1s with the templates mainly as something on the back burner, just to give you guys something to view, you know, in between the time until I view like a regular full-length video like this one. And yeah. And another thing about my videos, guys, is when I want to talk about my gotcha videos. Now, guys, I definitely will say that throughout 2025, I definitely will say that me making my gotcha videos have definitely become much better than they were the previous year. Like, if you guys were to view on my playlist and literally scroll down all my videos and look up the ones from like 2.5 years ago to now, you guys would literally be able to see the progress of how I went from, you know, from that to this. And overall, guys, the main reason why I wanted to make gotcha videos, it wasn't because I wanted to become a gotcha tuber, because, you know, that really wasn't the main focus of my channel, because I wanted to add more variety to the channel. The main reason why I kind of wanted to make them was because I kind of viewed it as an opportunity to make not just specific type of gotcha videos, but more like fighting videos, like videos that people never really would have thought about. Like, if you guys, you know, viewed like several months ago, I pretty much started a saga of the Warden in Jurassic World fighting and slaying a bunch of dinosaurs. And not to mention, even before that, I had even started making my own FNAF series in Gacha, which I thought I would have been finished at by now, but I've just gotten so focused on doing so many other different projects that it's kind of become sidetracked. Like, if you guys were to look back at my playlist and then look at how many in between different videos besides my FNAF series are, like, you guys would notice that there's a very serious gap. But I promise that by the end of this year, I'll have been finished that series and also my Warden series. But yeah, guys, back to the main point. The main reason why I wanted to make those kinds of videos is to like make my gacha content exclusively distinctive and separate from the typical gacha videos that you guys would most likely see on YouTube, like when you type in certain things. But I always so try to make sure my titles for the videos are something that would definitely get clicks and views, and so far it's actually been doing me very well. And if you guys had actually also seen a couple newer playlists are ones of me doing headcanon voices for certain characters, and also one where I post memes and skits and stuff. The reason why I made those is because to add a little bit more, a little bit more variety. Yeah, that's the word I'm looking for. Variety to my channel, because I kind of felt like if I kind of did the same thing I've been doing for almost 3 years straight, then it would kind of get stale, and I didn't want to do that. Yeah. And strangely enough, guys, throughout all of 2025, I never really found myself in burnout, because it seems like almost every single day I've always had a new idea pop into my brain like, hey, that would make a good video. I can make that. And, and then when I actually do make the video, when I have it in my head and when I actually view it, like when I get through doing everything, it actually ends up coming out much better, or at least half of much as which is what I end up picturing in my head. But in the end, the video ends up doing successfully well. Like, if you guys were to see that 2 months ago, two of my most popular gacha videos is Sonic versus Alien X and Lord X versus the Scarlet King, which is my personally most favorite video that I ended up making. And when it comes to making videos like that, guys, I always try to think of like dialogue, because some videos often do have dialogue, and I try to think to myself, what is the most realistic and canonic and realist things that these two characters would say to each other if they ever actually fought? And I try to make sure that the dialogue doesn't take up too much of the video, because I know obviously when people click on that video, they're expecting a fight, like a full-on fight, not half a fight and half of dialogue video. And I might end up making more videos like that. Like, I just cut out the dialogue completely and it's just going to be nothing but fighting, and see how that does. I mean, I've done it before and they've actually done well. But yeah, guys, that's, pretty much what I wanted to say on that piece of me being a YouTuber throughout all of 2025. And here we are now in 2026. And honestly, guys, all I can really tell you is that I'm really looking forward to this year, especially now that January is over and we're moving into February, which is, my month. And I actually end up planning at least 3 videos for February. I'm not going to tell you guys what they are, but just be expecting them. And that's another thing I wanted to talk about, guys, is, my video problem is the fact that I realized that over time that when I uploaded more videos in a short time frame, I realized that it never really got me the views that I wanted. But then I realized that when I upload only one or two videos, and let's say maybe a week or a month go by, that's when my subscribers and viewers really start to come in. And I realized that that's when my whole problem was. I was posting quantity over quality when I should have been doing quality over quantity. So yeah, that's definitely going to be something that's going to be changing up this year of 2026. And I'm honestly looking forward to a bunch of other things that may be popping out this year, like, because what they say, new year, new things, like things like new cartoon series, new movies, new video games, newer YouTube videos from my favorite content creators. And yeah. But yeah, guys, that's really much all I really wanted to say in this video about my whole thing going through 2025. And honestly, I have to say that my life has been going very good, especially through 2025, because every single day that I woke up throughout that entire year, even to this day, that I'm able to open up my eyes, breathe, and let my feet touch the ground, I consider that a blessing, because every single day that I wake up and I'm able to move around and see my family, I consider that a blessing, because we're not always guaranteed tomorrow, which is why I treat every single day when it could possibly be my last. I know it seems a little bit dark to think like that, but it's true, because considering of what you guys see throughout not just 2025, but even the years prior to that, you know, we're not always guaranteed tomorrow, so we have to make the time that we have count. But yeah, guys, I really want to thank you for taking the time to actually listen to me talk for 16 minutes straight and being with me throughout this entire ride from 2023 to 2026, like 3 whole years. I've pretty much have been doing this whole thing, and I have you guys to thank for that. So be sure to like, share, subscribe, and stay tuned for future content on my channel. Peace out.